Hi, it's Kristen, the Disability Ally from NYC, and I am here at MoMA. I actually was here yesterday and I came back again just to film from here because, I'm cool like that. Anyway, I wanted to let you guys know how incredible our museum is, or it's the Modern Museum of Art. I know a lot of you know that it's already awesome, but there are some of you that don't. I feel like some of us that are New Yorkers don't come here as much as we should because we think it's going to be too crowded and there's going to be tourists and all that good stuff. It's actually not that way at all. They have time tickets, which is wonderful, so that way it doesn't get too crowded. And it's probably one of the most wonderfully accessible places in the city. As you saw yesterday, I posted about that they have wheelchair accessible bathrooms on each and every floor, as well as baby changing stations. Also, someone was wondering, with the wording, they thought that they couldn't bring their own wheelchair. And yes, I just got confirmation. Of course you can bring your own wheelchair. They just have other wheelchairs available for those that may need them, which is really nice. The other thing I love about it is the audio guide. Which is wonderful because at some of the other museums that I've been to, they don't make it very clear on how to get to the audio guide. You see the headphones on there, but there's not like a real big sign or person there to help you at the beginning to get you logged in and set up, at least in my experience. Maybe that's not been the case for you. But MoMA does a great job of having a real well-lit sign that you can just scan the code, get in, get your audio. Now here's the other thing I want you to know. They have a kids audio, which I just love. So actually yesterday I didn't see this, but when I came in today, right when you come in the front door, after you've gone the doors, then they've let you in, and then you just walk straight. There's a big table there set up that has these kids guides, which are awesome. Just so you know, they have they have it in Spanish and English. Hold on, this is not working out too well. But they've got things that the kids can look for, or you can look for while you're looking at around the museum, which makes them more engaged. And they've also got places to draw inside. So very, very cool. It's typically for ages 5 to 12, but I'm sure anyone can do it. The other thing I want you to know that I found out yesterday was that you can come here on the first floor and hang out in the garden and go to the kids' creativity lab anytime for free. The first level is free. So I've lived here for 7 years. I never knew that. The garden area is absolutely beautiful. You've got your waterfalls there. I'm gonna show some video later, but right now I just wanna get you all the information. So there's waterfalls, there's a little bar snack area that you can either get alcohol or you can get regular drinks. They have chips, cookies, just a few little things, but still, this is available to us every day for free. So you just let them know whenever you go through the line that I'm just here for the garden. Now don't be trying to pull a fast one and get in for free after that, because that's not going to work, because you have to then show your ticket if you want to go to the other levels. But the first level, you're good. And so this kids creativity lab, another thing, I've been here for 7 years. I didn't know where this was. And I do work with 2 kids with disabilities. I wish I would have known. I would have brought them here. You would walk through the sculpture garden straight across and then go through the back doors, and it's the Heyman Family Art Lab. And this art lab is so incredible. So they have all these tactile plastic different objects and different shapes that you can lay out, like let's say your canvas per se, and they're at a good level for someone that's in a wheelchair or not. Again, all ages are welcome and all abilities are welcome. This is free at any time the museum is open. You can go back there. They have a create your own emoji station. They have this really cool, all these different kind of wires where you can make shapes, and they've got sample shapes there that of people that made. There's drawing, and it's just the right size. It's I'd say, I'm not good with this sort of stuff, but maybe like 400 square feet. It's not very big, but it's just right because it's manageable. You can feel comfortable having your kid in there, and they've got books, everything, you can keep a good eye on them is what my point is. And they've got like a coat rack. You can hang your stuff up when you go. And like I say, all free. Here's another thing that I found out. From 10:30 to 1:30 on Wednesdays, they have a museum educator drop-in workshops, free. So you have a museum educator teacher. They told me that they typically do the little drop-in sessions out in the garden, but if it's raining, I think they said maybe the 4th floor. I can't remember that part. You're gonna have to maybe find that out if it's raining. Hopefully it won't be raining, but I'm sure there'll be a sign. Anyway, so 10:30 to 1:30, they've got drop-in art classes for all ages again. So this is just so awesome. This is another reason why I love MoMA. So be sure that you get the kids guide when you come in, and I'm sure it tells you that kind of stuff. Like I said, there's the kids audio. It also helps them get involved in the museum. So the next thing is that this Matisse exhibit, oh my gosh, I loved it, loved it, loved it. Matisse is such an inspiration for all of us. Do you know that the man, he painted his red studio painting for one of his, main patrons that was buying his art, and he sent it to him, and the guy goes, yeah, no, I really like it more when you do your figures. I'm not into this scene. So quite interesting that the guy didn't like it. And then Matisse, like all of us, starts feeling sorry for himself. He's like, oh, you don't like it? I don't know why I did that. I thought it was a mistake. I don't know why I colored it this way. My God, it's like the #1 talked about artwork in the world now, but it's just interesting that he thought he did a bad job and he didn't know why he did it. But he did say, I don't know why I did what I did, but something about it, I like it. And what you need to know too, when he did that, so he's doing his own thing. He does all of his other artwork. Somebody asked him, they said, we're gonna let you be in our art shows. So they had 3 huge contemporary art shows, London, New York, and maybe Boston, I think it was. 3 shows. Nobody buys one single piece of Matisse's, not a one. 3 huge art shows. Can you imagine how deflating that must have been? So this is a big lesson for all of us, keep going, do what you want to do. And the fact is, him doing the Red Studio was the first time ever that monochromatic art was introduced. The other great thing is that there's actually a Red Studio Matisse Kids Family Creativity Art Lab that you need to know about. Also, that's on the 2nd floor with the art exhibit. Now also, you need to be sure to ask people where stuff is around the museum. They're very, very helpful, very, very nice, because it's not that easy to get to. It was kind of tricky to actually find where the Matisse exhibit was, in all honesty. But once I got to it, that's why I'm telling you about this creativity lab, because you may just go through the Matisse artworks and then not know that there's this creativity art lab. And the reason why I want you to go to the Matisse Creativity Art Lab, this is in addition to the kids one that I told you about that's downstairs, is that this one, the Matisse Creativity Art Lab, is all about Matisse. And again, MoMA did a great job. They've got some iPads there set up that tell the whole story about Matisse, with closed captioning, of course, on the screens. Great little stations where you can do stuff with the family. And that's the other thing. So Matisse, this Red Studio, this other guy ends up, he says, you know what, I think I do like your work. Finally, like after 15 years that he had done the painting, someone bought, I forgot what his, Tenement, I think his name was, or Tennant, David Tennant, I believe, bought the Red Studio painting for his club in London. I think it was called the Gargoyle Club. So this club sounded awesome. Mirrors all over the entire club. Stairs, walls, everything's covered in mirror. But then there's one painting in the club, the Red Studio. That's the only painting that was in there. So really pretty amazing that he chose his painting, and that kind of like got people talking about it. Well, then a gallery in New York buys it in 1947. So that guy bought it in 1927. I think he painted it in like 1911. So he finally sells it to a guy in 1927. 1947, a gallery in New York, I think it was Biganu, y'all know I'm not good with all these, how to pronounce some of this stuff. But anyway, they buy it, and they, at the beginning of the year, and he shows it every now and then at his gallery, this art gallery on 57th Street. And then MoMA, by the end of the year, said, you know what, we want that piece. So that was 1947, and so then the rest is history. So it took that long. 1911, he paints it, and it finally like gets its due in 1947. And we're all still talking about it. It's really a beautiful piece of work. They also have a wonderful movie that you can watch in the exhibit that also tells more detail about it, also with closed captioning. So just very impressive. Love the exhibit. And oh my gosh, the gift shop is fantastic. They've got a whole plethora of stuff for kids all the way around. They've got the wonderful cafe to eat at, also accessible. Just everything is just wonderful. Oh, one other little lab. Like, I'm serious, you need to like spend the day at MoMA. Because not only can you do, like you could come and do the free stuff the one day and then buy the ticket, which I think people with disabilities, they get a discount, I think of like $18 if I remember correctly. Normally it's $25, but then you can get a ticket for $18. Anyway, they have another lab on the second floor that not everybody knows about. That is, oh my gosh, I forgot what the dang name of it is. I have the video. Shoot, I can't remember. It's something Creativity Lab on the second floor, and it's by the Barbara Kruger exhibit, and it's How Do You See Yourself? Which is great. They've got some props there that you can take pictures of yourself with these different props, answer questions about yourself in a booklet like this. Oh, maybe this has where the Crown Creativity Lab, there it is. Anyway, so it says use this journal to reflect on what a photograph can say about you. So anyway, just a wonderful experience. Just wanted to spread the word and let you guys know that it's a great place for all sorts of disabilities. People that are disabled, it's very accessible. People that have intellectual disabilities, wonderful activities, great for kids, you name it. Oh, and what started all this, which we'll get into more detail later because I've already in talks with them, was the slow looking online Zoom session that I did. They have these very sporadically. They're working on letting me know when the next one is coming up in the fall, and I will let you guys know. But if you get on the accessibility part of the MoMA website, or just get on MoMA's mailing list, first off, do that. First and foremost, get on MoMA's mailing list, so that way you know when these programs are. And this slow looking exhibit, they have got this down. It is geared primarily towards blind and low vision, but anyone can go and anyone will get something out of it because it was absolutely fascinating. All of the three leaders of the session were wonderful. Everyone was engaged, great questions. Just, it was really, really special. So I just was very impressed, and I believe it was free if I remember correctly. So just want to give a shout out to MoMA and how much I love you. And I hope you guys are enjoying these little things that I do, because I'm having a good time. All right, bye. See you next time. Oh, and I'm gonna post this on YouTube so you can refer to it. Let's get me some followers on YouTube, huh? Bye.